Healing Circle. So this is our week 5 and January 27th today. And today is going to be Chinese New Year. This is going to be the year of the snake. Actually, it's the wooden snake. So the snake is, in the Chinese horoscope, someone who is very a calm observer and with excellent intuition. So with that in mind, this wisdom of the traditional Chinese medicine, today I would like to bring you awareness in talking about the organs that is related to winter season. So in TCM, Chinese medicine, we relate different organs at different times of the season, of the year, with different seasons. So in winter time, the organs that we are called to pay attention to is actually our kidneys and our bladder. So both of them relating to the circulation of the body, right? So while our kidney is definitely the root of vitality, is where we say it store our jin, the essence of us. So it's really that place, the root, the source of life force. And whereas the bladder help us to eliminate, get rid of the toxins, is in the circulation that is getting rid of things that are not serving us anymore. So they definitely work together in this whole system of the circulation. And we talked about the 2 weeks ago, I think, at the full moon, about releasing, and how interesting it is that in this season of winter, we are called to pay attention to our bladder, which is responsible for releasing the toxins and getting rid of, releasing the what are no longer serving us in our body. And maybe it's also something that is, we talked about, being in our mental, emotional side as well. What are the things that we need to just let go, release, and just, allow the composting of these things. So we also want to pay attention to how we relate the emotions with these organs as well. So with the kidney, it's really have to do with fear, a sense of anxiety or insecurity. So really interesting, right? So this is the time when we want to find ourselves in practices and ways to help ground, because that insecurity and sense of anxiety is really have to do with when we feel more grounded, when we feel more anchored, we feel more safe. And so how it all kind of related together in also our nourishment. So according to Chinese medicine, what we are encouraged to eat that will replenish our kidneys at this time are black beans, sesame, seeds, and teas like ginger, cinnamon. That we need to also stay hydrated during winter, because actually this element of water is very present when we talk about circulations, right? When we want to get rid of toxins, we need to stay hydrated in order for that to circulate. So very interesting. If you notice, actually, well, coming from Chinese background, we don't like to drink cold water. even especially in the winter time. For me, just drinking cold water, or just room temperature water. I don't tend to drink a lot when it's cold because it feels like it takes more energy for my body to warm up what comes inside my stomach. And so we tend to want to drink more liquids and food as well that are close to our body temperature at least, and warm, give us warmth, right? So in this winter season particularly, when you want to stay hydrated, thing is make a lot of tea, make infusions with ginger, with cinnamon, something that feels warm, give you heat in the body. And because yes, in winter time, if you tend to think about it, maybe you are less on juices and the kind of cool liquids. When you feel hot, you feel like you would just naturally grab something to drink to cool down. And in the winter time, you tend to crave more, for me as well, something warm to drink. So have a thermos with you. That's my suggestion. That's helped me to keep replenishing myself with liquids. I just drink warm water, and that makes me quite happy. Although sometimes I feel a warm cup of almond milk, black sesame mixed with almond milk. It makes a really delicious drink that warms me up and feel so nourishing. So the foods that are nourishing to our kidneys is also, you want to look for foods as black in color. So that's the color is related to the season as well. So like I was saying about seeds and black sesame, black beans, those are things that are nourishing to our kidney. And actually, maybe because there's a bean called kidney bean, I always relate beans with the kidney already. So I know that, eating black beans, red beans, those are things that are healthy and good and give us fiber, give us protein. These are just wisdoms from the winter season in the Chinese medicine traditions. So maybe there's a lot in there. I welcome you to explore more on how to focus, on these different aspects that, different traditions informed us. And like we were talking about in last season, lungs and breathing and air was such a high point for the fall season. And as we come into winter, now we need to nourish that essence of you, so it goes deeper, like we were saying last week about that subtle layer. How do you keep up some practices that would keep nourishing that essence of you? So we just like nature, we don't try to exhaust ourselves, and we are just more coming in and slowing down and coming in for nourishing the inside as well. So today's practice is actually a kriya for the kidneys.